So, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Does the goddaughter female character very feminist or very annoying? Is the Indiana Jones great, and is the AI regenerative aging bad? Is the story a good climatic ending and passing off mantle in this Indiana Jones final movie? When I went into this, I knew exactly who was directing it. It's the same guy who directed the movie Logan, aka supposedly the last Wolverine movie that Hugh Jackman was going to be. I love Hugh Jackman. I loved the direction. I remember I went with a good friend of mine, and he's the toughest guy I ever met. He fucking cried at the end of Logan. Tears. Wept. He didn't like balls out cry, but I remember he was like, tears were dripping down his eyeballs. So when I heard that this guy, the same guy who directed Logan, was directing Harrison Ford's last final movie as Indiana Jones, I thought this is going to be fantastic. And I heard all the reviews. I heard what everyone said. Shut the hell up, people. I could see how some people cannot like this character, but she is a young version. She is young, first of all. She's new at it. She lost her father, because I've had problems in mental health where I've lost people and I did not act how I act. And 4, she's very smart in some ways and is very much the former love life, the former wife that Indiana Jones married in Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. Yeah, is that how I said it in the 6th, 7th? I forget. So I went in this thinking that this is going to be a bad movie. It's not. I mean, Indiana Jones is old. He's not gonna do stuff like he used to. He's not gonna punch like he used to. And really, what I love about it is that it really shows that this is an old Indiana Jones. This is very much an old-aged, way out of his fucking depth thanks to age. He goes out of the limb for his goddaughter, who he cares about after losing his son. And I'm sorry for bringing that up, but I mean, you kind of understand where they're getting at. And grief can really mess you up, and so can age. Trust me, old age. Some people think it's never mind. But honestly, it's not really that bad. It's not really that bad of a story. The villain is fucking awesome. He's a Nazi, and he's sort of a hidden Nazi after World War II. No one knows he's a Nazi, and I loved how I wouldn't say his henchman, but it's the same guy. Oh, I forget his name. I don't know the actor's name, but I know he was the main villain in Logan, and he played phenomenal as I think he sort of played like a son figure to the villain in the movie. So offered him a son figure, I mean, he really thinks you really see it as a father son dynamic duo between the two and the villains, or father and sons, because there's actually a big guy, and of course there's always has to be a bigger guy in these treasure hunting movies. Trust me, I mean, I've even seen them in Uncharted, the video game trilogy. Greatest storytelling of treasure hunting ever! Even better than National Treasure, I gotta admit. But yeah, this movie is not all that bad. I like how they have a good goddaughter, godfather dynamic duo bouncing off each other, you know, feeding off one of each other mentally, and like really thinking outside the box. I love how this is related to time travel. This is the Dial of Destiny, and it really is. I think time travel is a great way to knock off Indiana Jones out of the ballpark. I think this is better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. This is better than any other Indiana Jones movie I've ever seen, probably. And I think it's a really great storytelling, and they really play off. What I also love about the time travel is that I am a mystery paranormal believer, and how they depict time travel through ancient technology is really fucking accurate, in my opinion. Because there have been wormholes. There have been people who... I remember there was an episode of UFO Hunters where a guy mysteriously went through a vortex of clouds, and he came out and it was like 10 minutes later than what he had thought it was. So he had actually time traveled, and how they depict time travel in the movie is very well known, accurate. I think it's very cool. And I love how Indiana Jones knows that he outsmarts the villain very well. And the villain is really good. The villains are really good. The storytelling, you understand why. Because these are Nazis. And it's perfect because Indiana Jones has gone up against them multiple times in the movies. So, to give him a final send-off to all of his adventures, to all of his storytellings, what better villain of cults for him to go up against than the Nazis? He's gone up against them multiple times. And there's also a sense of communists also in the story, because they're also hidden Nazis as communists. So I love how the CIA, the hidden depth, the whole titular espionage blends into the movie beautifully. CIA, it's really all done very well. So I'm going to have to give Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny 9 out of 10 stars. Or 8 out of 10 stars, actually. And I do hope that I really do hope that Tom Holland, who plays awesome, and I mean awesome, as Nathan Drake in the movie Uncharted, they continue it and they feed off that Indiana Jones movie vibes. It's really beautifully done. If you ever not watched Uncharted, go on Netflix. It's on Netflix. You can also catch it on Amazon Prime rented. It's really good. That's what I also felt like when I was watching Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny. There's a vibe of, wow, they should really continue. If this is a beautiful love letter to treasure hunting, then they should really continue Uncharted, because the movie is really good. The video games are fucking awesome. Please, Tom Holland, please continue as Nathan Drake. You are a great representation of the young version. I love that movie. I think it's a great origin story, just like Indiana Jones. And so, yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you. This is Corey Daydream, signing off.